Holy moly, episode 60.
Yep. On tonight's episode, we're going to talk about project TRX-4-4-2.
And I've also got some running videos of the X0-1, and I got a speed meter.
So we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Stay tuned. The TRC Hobbies show airs every Friday, 7 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube. And what do we cover, Chris?
We cover running videos, we do build videos, we do customer setups, we have special guests, we cover local events.
We race all across Western Canada, and we always love to show footage from all the events that we do have and we do enter. Welcome. Episode 60.
Episode 60, dude.
6
That's
0.
60 episodes you put up with us. And
Yeah.
we put up with each other.
Hey, I looked at my phone this
once.
morning. 200 subs on YouTube.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. So tonight we're going to talk about project TRX-4-4-2.
You got a parts list?
I do have a parts
Ooh,
list. So we're
excited.
going to break down what we're going to all order for parts round number 1. So we have a full list of that.
Yep.
Chris also picked up a brand new Skyrc GPS speed meter.
Yep.
We're going to talk about that. So I'm presuming you put that in your X0-1.
Not yet, but it will be.
Okay. Have you tried it yet?
No. Well, I left it on in my pocket one day driving home, so I got an average speed of about 60k on the way home, so I was speeding. But,
No, you're just on the freeway.
yeah, I was on the freeway. Yeah.
Lots. Yeah.
But it works pretty cool. It's got a battery life of about 150 minutes, so just about 2 hours. And it does top speed, average speed, current altitude, top altitude. It does distance and time.
As well as GPS tracking.
It's
of
all
your
through
actual,
GPS, yeah.
Of your actual, like, where you've
it'll
driven.
track where you've driven, so you can upload the program onto your Windows computer and load up all that data from the machine, and it'll show you all that stuff and all your speeds throughout the whole section. So it's pretty cool.
Then who is this by? Skyrc?
Skyrc, yeah,
Nice.
and they're about $90.
Decent.
So
that's not so bad.
Not a bad price for the ones I've been looking at. I've been looking at Garmin and stuff, and they're around like the 180, somewhere in that range. So this one seemed pretty good quality, so we're gonna try it out and see how it works.
Fair enough. I saw your video on RC Deebs.
Yeah.
So again, if you don't check out Chris on RC Deebs, his new Facebook channel, check it out. We had a cool unboxing of this, as well as he talked about it a little bit more in depth. So we might throw some clip of that into the show here, just so you can get a little bit more information on it. But we're gonna throw this in the X0-1 eventually.
Yes.
Are we gonna have to
might
build
go out today. We'll see.
Are we gonna have to build a bracket or something?
I
So
think
it doesn't like
just tape
fly?
it in.
You're brave.
No, they recommend Velcro. Now, if we put it in the UDR, Velcro's just not going to cut it. It needs to be like 100-mile-an-hour taped in there.
Tons of zip ties.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you also have UDR footage.
Ooh, no, I have X0-1 footage.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
but I'm gonna go out with the UDR. I've just driven around home, so I haven't really gotten good footage yet.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
I'm sure I've got a few clips you can throw in.
I seen you burning some rubber.
Yeah. Yeah. Should we,
I
should
gotta
we show some of the burnout video?
Yeah, I think we
throw
should.
a clip from there right now.
Yeah.
Go.
So that was a lot of rubber.
Yeah.
left
You wanna
laying
see
on
what the
the
rest of
concrete
the tires
there.
look like? So-
What tires? I'm pretty
I
sure
know,
they're
right?
slicks, my dude.
There's not much remaining there.
Like that is completely worn right
Yeah.
now. Like there's not even
It's
tread
time
on
for
it.
a rotation. There's still a little bit left over here.
I feel like a rotation is not going to help your situation.
No, I do have the new set of tires, but I mean, when I'm out driving on pavement, these tires are super fun because the truck slides around really well. You don't have to worry about the traction roll.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to keep them around. Try not to burn them off too much.
So you have a new heart in this, eh?
Yeah, I threw in the Hobby Wing Max 8. So that's been a crazy speed controller. It's way faster. It's got better off-the-line torque, better torque overall. The battery life seems better. I also switched over to a 7200 Gens Ace 4-cell.
70C.
70C. So
She's
that's
got some
been
power.
super nice. And I also soldered on the 6-cell caps, they call them, onto the battery wires so that it can handle that.
So just a little bit more
Because
consistency.
it is a
in the
heavy
curves.
truck.
Yeah.
That's what they do recommend.
So if somebody doesn't know what a cap pack is or caps, essentially it's an inline set of capacitors, and essentially what it's going to do is when the minute you plug in that battery, you're going to charge up these capacitors. And what they're going to do is when you have a heavy truck in a high load situation, so A, you have lots of traction, B, you know, you're stuck somewhere and you're jammed up,
or off the line launches.
or off the line launches, that cap pack is going to be able to produce a little bit more current that it's going to give the speed control or the receiver, just so you don't get that browning out issue and you're not going to
And
retain
that's what's
so much
going to
heat.
blow up speed controllers.
Yeah,
You're trying
when
to do like off the line stuff, and your speed controller can't handle that instant burst.
Yeah,
that's
essentially
gonna
what
wear out
happens
real
is your
quick.
battery is going to be able to produce, and then you're going to ask for a big load, and the battery voltage is going to instantly drop. So essentially that cap pack should kind of even out the flow of how much that drops. Because as Chris said, that is going to be super harmful on battery, super harmful on the speed control motor, because it's going to create a whole bunch of heat that doesn't necessarily have to be created if you throw an extra cap pack on there and just kind of even out that flow. So,
And this also has a built-in BEC, so I can run my receiver at 7.2 volts for that ProTech.
and this is a higher amp back too.
Yes.
Because the downside with Castle is the amp rate it can produce on the back.
Mhm.
I mean, a lot of people get amps and volts confused. Volts are awesome. Volts are going to give you your speed. But if you don't have the amps,
Amps are what keeps it going.
exactly. If you don't have the amps to continuously power that servo, you're going to get the still same the brownout issues, all the other stuff.
Even
So-
on this car, I've got a Castle speed controller, brand new. Still put a Castle back in it.
Yep.
10 amp back.
Yep. That back is going to be so much better on
power servo.
all the
It's
components
better
as
on
well.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good call. So what's next, Chris? I think we just have Project 442 to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay,
We got some
so
parts coming for that bad boy.
yeah, so I made a
It's
list,
getting heavy.
and I will give the list to our camera man, and he will edit this in. So we'll also put it in the description
It'll
on
show up
YouTube.
like power. Or
He's-
just like a list, whatever.
Yeah, we'll also throw it in the
Whatever he's
description of YouTube as well, so you can go through the list. And if you want to do this project, this should be, I think, a really good start on everything you
Yeah.
need. I mean, this list will grow video to video to video, and once we start getting into it, I know it's kind of taken a little bit of a back seat because we were getting ready for Chilliwack. We had episode 52 in there. There was tons of stuff going on here. So
Sickness.
there was tons of sickness. So this
We
kind
got
of
down
took a
with the
back seat.
sickness.
I wish it was that easy. I wish it was that easy. Okay, so you want to go through the list? Because you know more about what this list is than I do.
So-
I built the list, and hopefully I got all the parts, but we'll see as we continue to build.
First of all, we've got the panhard bar. That does not come with rod ends.
It does not, so you have to buy rod ends separate.
And then we've got the rod ends for the panhard bar. So
Yeah.
that's pretty nice.
So the Panhard bar is TRA8244.
Yeah.
The Panhard bar rod ends or steering knuckle, so the tie rod ends are going to be TRA8275.
Mhm. We've got the front diff housing, which is 8241. That's an offset diff,
Yep.
which is different from the rear because the rear is going to be a centered pumpkin.
Yeah, so we also measured it. The front diff is actually narrower
Yeah.
than the rear diff as well once you put the C-hubs
So if
on.
you just try to put those on there, your back end is really hard. It looks
Yeah.
like my Colorado.
It's not going to be good.
And then we've got the Portal C-hubs, number 8232.
Which we might not need because, I mean, we have portal C-hubs both front and the back. but I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure if we still had the knuckle bushings.
Yeah.
So I reordered those just in
Exactly,
case.
yeah.
This is going to be
We
a
didn't
question mark
because,
part number.
I used the knuckle bushings from there onto those.
Yeah. So this is just a question mark part number.
And I had those spares.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So you shouldn't need 8232, but I ordered it just in case.
But you will, yeah, you will. If you're building it for yourself. Because I had these spare, right?
Oh, okay.
You will need those.
Yeah, never mind. You will need them.
Gotcha. And then we got the left universal shaft, which is 8228. And the right universal shaft, which is 8229.
So if you are ordering it, the left universal and the right universal are different
Lengths.
because, as Chris mentioned, the
Offset
pumpkin is going to be one axle shaft is shorter than the other axle shaft. So just make sure if you're doing this build, you need one 8228 and one 8229.
Now, the nice thing about this truck is that you can reuse most of the gears from the rear portals.
Mm-hmm.
You can reuse the outdrive gear and the outdrive shaft, and then the cover.
Is it the same?
Exactly. You just need the front portal gear, which is 8257.
And you need two of them.
Two of them.
Because they only come one per package.
And
I
they
found
come
that
with the pins and everything for the CV?
I do believe so. Because I don't remember ordering those separate. So I do believe they do come with that.
And then you're going to also need the portal steering knuckle, so the inside of that portal, which is 8252.
Yeah.
And then you're going to need some tie rods for the steering, which is 8246. Lower shock panhard mounts, those are going to bolt onto the diff and everything. That's 8227. Along with the front shock mounts, because you're going to need the panhard mount from that to go into the rear.
Mm-hmm.
We've measured it out. It looks like they're about the same length, so it shouldn't be an issue. And then also the servo mount, which is 8239. So we can bolt that bad boy on the rear and get some steering.
So Chris and I were looking at this, and hopefully this works. If we pick up another one of these servo mounts, this guy right here, we should be able to bolt it in the back, considering we're using a front shock tower. If you need to use both front shock towers and then re-drill a hole just to mount that, that's what we're going to do.
It's no problem. This is a nice steel frame.
Yeah.
So
looking at this, I was kind of nervous, and we were talking about sectioning a chassis and doing a bunch of other stuff
that was
initially.
silly.
And then Chris was like, hey, we don't need to do that. Let's try this first. And the minute that we seen the rear diff and the front diff were different widths, that was an instant like, okay, we need a new front diff.
We need a list.
Yeah. But the nice thing is the front diff, once you clock it to go on the back, the pinion's on the same side, and the locking insert for doing the unlock and lock of the diff is going to be on the right side. So that was a big one for me. We don't need to like do anything funny with trying to spin drive shafts in different directions or do anything crazy like that. So that was a big one. It's honestly just going to be the odds and ends parts that on this list that you will need. It may
little
be
bits and pieces, screws, things like that.
It honestly, looking at this list, it's going to be probably about $150-200 to convert your TRX-4 to 4-wheel steer, plus a servo, and then plus a Y harness if you don't have an option to have an auxiliary with 4-wheel steer like what the DX5 would offer us or some of the other radios on the market. So that is something else you will need, but we'll get into that in a later video after we know these parts will fit.
Once you start wrenching.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where we're going to leave this. Like I said, we're going to have a list in the description on YouTube. So if you're watching this on Facebook right now, make sure to go over to YouTube, get that list.
Check it out.
We'll also have this on our Facebook page in just like build pictures and stuff like that. So you can check it out there. But if you're watching this video right now, we probably don't have anything on the Facebook page yet. So make sure you head over to YouTube.
Who thought of that name?
I forget, but it was a customer. Customer brought up with the TRX-4-4-2.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So I want to appreciate everyone giving us a whole bunch of heads up. I have a bunch of people message me all the time, oh, what's going on with this build? So I thought we better get on it.
We're still doing it.
I thought we better get on it and do it. But yeah, just follow us on Facebook and YouTube about that, as well as Instagram. We'll have a whole bunch of build pics on Instagram for that as we're building it. So make sure you follow that as well.
This tuning. Oh. Mint.
Chris is even trying to tune up the pen.
Tuning springs and pens.
he never can leave anything home. But anyway, that is the end. Episode 60 of the Ultra Sight.
Holy moly, that's a lot.
Yeah, can't believe it. We're almost We're almost to 70, and then we're almost to 100.
40 away from 100.
40 away from 100. And like I said, we just hit 200 subs on YouTube, so thank you again for that. That's a big accomplishment. I mean, I remember only probably 10 or 12 episodes ago we were talking about hitting 100 subs on YouTube. So, I mean, it was crazy how fast we went from 100 to 200. We've come so far. That's it. So don't forget to like him on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, RC Deebs. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram,
And our website.
www.ultrarchobbies.com. There you go. And everything else is just Ultra RC Hobbies. So we're super easy to find. Don't forget.
Easy to find.
Yeah, don't forget that we'll be talking about our dust off here pretty quick.
I'm excited.
That's going to be in May. We're just trying to finalize a date. We're trying to work around Mother Nature. The end of April is looking very rainy.
Oh.
So hopefully we don't do it in the 1st of May, but we'll have some more definite information about the Ultra RC Hobbies dust off here in the next little bit. But thank you again for watching. Thank you again for hitting that like, comment, and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. And like I said, 200 subs. It's crazy. I'm so pumped. I am so pumped. So thank you again, and we will catch you on the next one.
Have a great evening.